Okay, guys, it's Melanie Hinds. It's your fastest Iraqi dinar summary on the net. I'm doing it now. Why? Because I'm losing my energy very fast. The horses always chill me out. So listen, breaking news live. If you want any of the details, my timestamps are up. I do everything I can to keep you involved with what's going on. So please consider subscribing and tapping the bell. I have 9,200 videos, over 21 million views. Please subscribe and tap the bell to always get the latest every morning. I'll be live again at 9. And for my members, your Zoom link is already up. For the Miracle Manifestation member and above, you have access to the Zoom tomorrow at 11. But I'll also be live at 9 for the free stuff. This is all the free stuff. So please subscribe and tap the bell. My puppy's behind me, so you might see her head pop up. We just got done with the horses. My husband's in getting food. So I'm going to do this while I can, because my energy is tanking today. So I'm going to take the rest of the day off. So here we go. The first article: Iraq wins the presidency of the International Weightlifting Federation. One more crown in their cap. Prime Minister intensified efforts and prevent the misuse of state resource in elections, because they're going to do the biometric voting, like we've been told by our men on the street that are Army Rangers. They're the best intel in the business, and we thank you. And it's Veterans Day. Or Memorial Day, right? And we honor the fallen and those who are still serving, like our guys serving in Iraq, giving us this intel. Then the next article is Al-Sudani. The government took decisive steps in the oil and gas sector. Guys, they just keep trucking along. Then there was night vision contact lenses allow wearers to see in the dark. That is new technology. I'm not going anywhere near it because it has to do with nanobots in China. Iraq, we use technology and drones to manage the water imports. We've been hearing that they're doing more and more with the water resources amongst all countries. So if you listen to my live stream, you're going to get insights from God that nobody else gets. Consider subscribing and tapping the bell. The next article: the Arab and Development Summit reflected Iraq's strength and role. Guys, Iraq is being positioned as a global leader, and they just need the currency to reflect that now. Then you got the next article: Al-Sudani conducts a visit to the Ministry of Justice and the Real Estate Registration Directorate. They are inviting everybody to invest in their real estate there. Also, the Hajj Commission announces the end of the land convoys with the arrival of the last convoys to the Holy Lands. They announced it after the fact because they kept them all safe. Nothing happened with them. So Iraq is safe. President Rashid stresses the importance of technical cooperation and adherence to UN recommendations on water management. It's all about water management. It's kind of funny. And then the president of the American University of Baghdad: we achieved amazing progress by all stand. First graduating class out of the American University of Baghdad in Baghdad. What do you think? You think they're not international? Everything's screaming Iraq is international. And they've had the rate change in country, and I'll give you that update towards the end. President Barzani with Japanese consul: investment cooperation in focus. Then there was the next article: Iraq opposes being labeled as high-risk destination. He met with the Maine Senator, Angus King. I live in Maine. God called me here, and I think God was just giving me a feather in my cap that they were there. Iraq opposes being labeled as high risk. I went through that article. It's kind of funny. Guys, you can laugh at this when you know it's done. And then the dollar prices drop in Baghdad and Erbil. Guys, the dollar prices went from 15.30 down to 141. Right? So it is increasing in value as opposed to the dollar. You just need to trust that the time is now. And guys, I get insider information through my intel source. Please join us. So now everybody else is kind of in the same, talking about the same thing, other people. So Frank 26, we love him. He said, television is saying Qatar hopes this summit in Baghdad will build Arab solid. We talked all about the summit. I gave you all the detail. There's my baby. Hi, Macy. Look how big Macy is. She's got her own seat. She loves mommy. I love her. We love puppies and dogs and horses on my channel. If you do, please subscribe and tap the bell. Iraq is hailed as a recovered country during this summit. Thank God you can lick my back. I like my back. You can lick my puppy. Iraq was hailed as a recovered country during this summit. Frank said, if they are claiming your country is recovered, do you understand this in another way of telling you that your exchange rate is recovered? I do. Recovery is not $13.10 or $14.10. It's more like $3.22, $3.22. Iraqi dinar to $1 US. That's where we're heading. Militiaman, you got all these different things. You have the region, the center, outside countries, borders, even parliament on board. All of these things are coordinated in the same time. That's cooperation. That's a lot of entities to be involved to get it right. I think we're watching them get it right. Guys, we're watching history. If you agree, comment down below. Oh, shoot. I went to the other day. Hold on. Militiaman said, because the project to delete the zeros still exists, Alak says, when this is done correctly, we can expect Iraq to become a strong dinar that is considered a store of value and perhaps even stronger than the dinar was before in 1980. That's the expectation of this before 1980 when it was 322. That's coming from the Central Bank of Iraq. It is held by the Central Bank of Iraq. The Central Bank in Iraq can release this anytime, in my opinion. And Frank 26 says, Alak, the central bank governor, was on the news talking about the deletion of the 3 zeros is still, and it's on time. When it's correct time, I reveal a stronger dinar than the one before 1980. That's what he said. He's going to reveal a stronger dinar than the one before 1980. It was $3.22 to every US dollar back then. So that's where we're headed. That's where we're headed. Then Alak talked about we will have approvals from the... Alak talked about we have, present tense, all the approvals from the IMF, the World Bank, and the U.S. Treasury. Sounds like Alak is taking us up to something big coming. Guys, in January, he did that article that I've been focusing on in all my summaries that Alak, the central bank governor, said, prepare, they're going to launch something imminent that makes their economy as strong as their political stability and security stability. They have to be economically stable, and this is what I think it is. Mark Z, we love him. 90% of Iraq's money supply is held outside the banks. I talked about that this morning. Why? Because they're not going to put it into the banks till it has a greater value. They're not going to put it in for 10 cents on the dollar. They're not going to put it in for dropping a couple zeros. They're going to take it in when it's over $3. And those are the smart people, just like us, holding it in our safes or wherever we're holding it. You better be self-custodying it. Anyways, so Mark Z said 90% of Iraq's money supply is held outside of the banks. This is according to the Prime Minister's advisors. This is massive. They do not want to let their currency go. Why are they hoarding the dinar? I think they know why they're hoarding the dinar. Mountain Goat. They tell us the Arab Summit was a success and Iraq once again takes a major role in the Middle East. But if they are to be a leader, then where is their currency? It certainly is not yet a currency of a leading country. Well, yeah, because it's not yet, but it will be. And how do you know when it's done, when you can go to the bank? When you subscribe and tap the bell, I'm going to do a live stream titled, The Time Is Now. That's what you got to look for. You don't have to wait for an email. You don't have to give anybody your email. Just look for the live stream, The Time Is Now, and you'll be notified as long as you're subscribed and that bell is tapped to all. I'll see you for the next one. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Again, I'll be live at 9 on Memorial Day. My husband's going to be in the parade, so I'll have time. I'm also going to be at the 11 a.m. Zoom. Perfect timing because my husband is volunteering to be in the parade. I love you all. God bless you all. If you're God's favorite, comment down below. If you love these summaries, please give me some encouraging comments because, man, I'm weary. I am weary today, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, right? I've got 9,200 videos. You should be subscribing and tapping the bell just to show me appreciation for all the hard work I put in. I love you. Peace.